Okay, so the first thing that we are going to do is create a folder for all of your digital art projects to go into. We do this because sometimes the internet goes down, sometimes you can't upload, sometimes you lose your assignments, and so it's easiest if you have it all in the same place. You can do this on your desktop by going to your Finder and click on your desktop and do File, New Folder, or you can do it in your documents, whichever is best for you, and just do New Folder and title it Digital Art, and then all of your projects should go into this folder every single time. Okay, the next thing that we are going to do is you are going to open up Photoshop, and you can click and drag the Photoshop icon onto your main bar here so that then you always have it, or you can just open it up here, but it's easiest if you have it down here. If you click on it, it will open up. If you've never opened up Photoshop before, you will have to register an email address so that it can send you updates and stuff. As it opens up, then you'll see the whole entire page opens up here with all of the workspace. I'm going to make it bigger so you guys can see it. So up at the top, you have different things that you can do, just like any other program, just like Microsoft Word, File, Edit, and then these different things, and we'll go over those things in a minute. On the left-hand side are your tools that you use throughout the whole time that you are using the program. And then on the right-hand side are your essential tools, things that you use all of the time or you need to have a quick opening for. Items that are here, if you need to add more, you can just go to the window, and then there's all these other ones that you can add. And see, I have layers, color, and adjustments check marked, so that's because they are already over here. So first, we're going to go to Photoshop right here. You can click About and open that up, and it will give you information about Photoshop. And then different services and to quit. If you are done with the program completely, you want to quit out of it so that then the program is not running in the background of your computer. File, you can do New, Open, Open Recent, Close, Save, Place, Import, and we'll go over each of these as we get through the whole semester. Edit, different things that you can undo, step forward, cut, paste. Edit also has these transform that we will use a lot, so we'll show you that in the next classes. Image, different items that you can change your images with, and we'll go over those as well. Layers, different layer sizes, front, back, fill, new, things like that. Type, if we are not going to go over 3D in this class, anything like that, so we probably won't use type that often. Select, so you can select all, deselect, inverse, the layers, things like that, and again, we'll go over those in class. Filters, those are different things that you can change your pictures to look like, to distort them, to pixelate them, to give them a poster effect, different things like that, and we'll go over those. 3D, again, we are not going to really go over 3D in this class, so you guys can definitely go and mess around with it and check it out. View, that's where you can zoom in and out, and there's the guides on here and rulers, and we'll go over that. Window, like I just said, if you click on these, they will open up to your essentials on the right-hand side of the screen. And then help, you can type in something specific and it will go to help you about that on the program. You can go to Photoshop Online Help as well and get extra help. So that's the workspace and what it will look like as we are working. As we go through this class, we're going to go through each tool step by step, as well as the information up in here, okay? For each tool that you click on up at the top, there will be other things that you can do with it, okay? If you hover over the tools, there's also, it explains in words what the tool is, and then in parentheses, it gives you a letter. That letter is a quick keyboard shortcut, and we will go over a lot of the quick keyboard shortcuts in the class because it does make it easier and simpler to use the program if you know what the keyboard shortcuts are. For today, I'm going to talk about making new documents, saving them, closing them, and then quitting the program. Okay, so to get a new, and throughout the class, you guys will just follow along with what I am doing so that you are watching, listening, and trying it on your own at the same time for each assignment. When I'm done, a lot of the times there will be assignments that will be due that you will have to turn in, and you will upload those to your blogs. So we'll go to File, New, or if you notice when I went to File, New, on the right hand side of that there is Command N. If you hit Command N, then you will get the new document as well. This opens up, and up at the top it says Name, so you can name it whatever you want. I would suggest that when you name assignments for this class, that you name them what the assignment is called. So if it's color correction, I would name it color correction. If for this one it's the first assignment, so type in first assignment, so that then in your folder when you are saving it, then you know exactly which assignment it is. It makes it a lot easier. So you'll name it. The second thing up here is presets. There are preset sizes of paper to use on here, but I usually do custom because I want to set up the page the size that I want it. Okay, width and then height are here, so you can change what size you want it to be. On the right hand side, if you click on the down bar, you can change it to pixels, inches, centimeters, millimeters, points, picas, and columns. A lot of times when you open up assignments or if you open up pictures on the internet, it might be set up as pixels or picas. So you can go in here and you can change it to inches. Resolution, that is how many pixels per inch you have in your image. The more pixels you have, the better quality your image is going to be. So pictures that you get off of the internet, a lot of the time you will find have a resolution of only 72 pixels per inch. When it is only 72, the picture can become pixelated and distorted as you enlarge it, or if it's, if the size is only 2 by 2 and it's 72 resolution, it's going to be a really bad picture. So when you guys start looking for pictures on the internet to work with, you're going to want to check and see what size it is, and I'll go over that in one of the next lessons as well. Next is the color mode. You can do, I would never do bitmap because that's just a very low scale black and white. Grayscale, so if you want your image to be 100% grayscale all of the time, everything that you do, if you do grayscale, everything you do will be in grayscale. So if you do a painting, if you want to paint on it, or if you want to write something, the font will only be in grayscale. You cannot use different colors. So a lot of times I'll tell you also, when you go to get a picture off the internet or you're using a picture and it won't give you color, you're going to want to check the color mode and see if it is set at grayscale. RGB is red, green, blue, red, green, black, and what that is for printing purposes. When you go to a printer and print, the printers have that is red, green, blue, either RGB printers or CMYK printers. CMYK is cyan, magenta, yellow, and black. So depending on the printer, how many colors it uses on its ink to mix. The printer that I use in our classroom is a CMYK printer, so I would always change to CMYK and make it 16-bit so that then it's has all of the colors. Background, so when you go to make a new document, do you want your background to be filled completely white, or do you want it to be the color that is set on your background over here? That is white right now, that's the background one. Or transparent. If you do transparent, then it's going to look like it's a checkered board. So I always do white, because then if I want to change the color, I can just change it, and it makes it so I can actually see what I'm doing. Okay, then you can save your presets. So if you want it to leave it this way all of the time, you can click Save Preset, and this is my 11 by 8.5 inch image document, and it will always open up this way. So now next time when I do new document, I will have everything set up this way. When you say OK, then your page opens up and you see your actual document. Then you can use your tools over here and start working on the page and do different things. Okay, when you are done, you're going to go File, Save As. If you have already put in the title, when you did new document, you put a title up here, then it comes in. See, it says first assignment. .psd, that is the document format type. Okay, PSD is Photoshop document. If you need to change that, it's down below. Now, if this is the way that your page looks to begin with, you can just click this arrow button, and then you can go to your desktop and go to your digital art folder so that you save it in your digital art folder. Down here with the format, there's Photoshop, and then there's the JPEG or TIFF or PDF. Okay? When you are working on your assignments, if you have more work to do on it, you need to save it as a Photoshop document. You save it as a Photoshop document because if you don't, all of the layers will be gone and you won't be able to move or edit anything. You'll just be able to add more stuff on top of the flattened layer. And you'll understand that more as we get into the class. But as you are working, I would save it as a PSD, Photoshop, for the format down here. After you are completely done, then you are going to save it either as a JPEG or the Photoshop PDF. Okay, JPEG is usually what I would save it at. Then when you are done, you just click Save, just like any other program. Then the JPEG options open up. You do want to leave it at maximum quality so that then it is printable quality. Then you say OK, and then you have this saved in your documents. Make sure, again, that as you are working that you are saving it as a PSD though. First time that you are working on it, you should save it as Photoshop format. When you are completely done and you're ready to upload it to your blog, that's when you change it to JPEG. Okay? When you are done with all of your work and you have saved, up here you can exit out of your image, okay? But that doesn't quit the program. Same thing if I click here. It doesn't quit the program. When you are completely done, go to Photoshop and then quit program or Command Q. If you don't shut it down and you have the program still running, I can go back here and do a new document again. And then I can type in whatever I want to name it and then say OK. And then here's my next new document. Okay. If you click out of it, oops, I guess I didn't do that. If you are working in here and you have done something, let's do that. If I close this one, it's going to ask me, do you want to save your changes, because I didn't save. So if you accidentally exit out without saving, it will still give you the option to save. Okay, so when you are completely done, Command Q, quit out of the program, and then it is gone. So then if you go to your desktop to where you have your digital art folder, then you will see your first assignment here. Okay, And that is it for this intro to